two of my family members. It's rough when it's that close to home. And even though I had the background, it was still difficult, but I'm thankful that I did, because these two members of my family are alive and thriving because of that. Their temporarily problems got healing, and now they're able to thrive. One of them is going over and going into a great high school in a few months, and the other person's starting a ministry. So, I mean, imagine if those two people just decided to do that. And I sat there frozen. I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to boast, but I did this for a job for 2 years, and it was still difficult when it was in my inner circle. But asking, caring, and then escorting them if need be. And don't allow the weirdness to go over and to dictate you in these things, because your emotions are for a moment, but their actions can be for a lifetime.
One of the things that we've been trying to say all day long, Daniel, is kind of you basically summed it up right there by, we've got to really reconsider reacting, because reacting is acting after the fact. One of the other things that you said that is a point was made earlier. We were joined by Sam Thomas earlier, and the quote was made that, oh, well, wait, that's not the right one. Here we go. I noticed that they joke around and laugh most of the time. And, that's where you get the Eeyore individual who all of a sudden they take and they change. And there is that potential of, noticing that paradigm shift in their attitudes, and notice how much it flip flops,
especially when it's like drastic, like night and day sort of thing too.
Yeah, I can actually attest to that. That's the way I was. I was up and down. I would be like jovial one day and then not. And that's what happened to me in 2019. And right now, I'll say to you, this has been really triggering. Doing this helping the mission. It has really triggered me. I'll be honest. It's been really, really tough. I'm not going to lie. It has been tough. I suffer from deep depression. I really, really positive long COVID, and that has made me really think I'm lucky that I survived. I have survivor guilt. I survived COVID. I shouldn't be here, and that gives me survivor guilt. And I can't imagine being an ex-veteran. I can't imagine that. But I can hopefully hope that I can empathise, and that's why I'm here, because I feel too much, and sometimes my emotions get the better of me, and I get like in a really, really dark place. And there's sometimes I get such in a dark place, and other times I'm really high. And it's like you said, it's up and down. It's like the balance. It's like shifting. It's like being on quicksand. It's like you shift, you're up, then you're down, you're up, and it's like a seesaw, and it's really traumatic. And I'm right now, I'm getting help and support for it. But it's really tough. There's days that I cannot get out of bed. There's days, and I'll be honest, I was dreading that. I love the mission, but I was dreading this, and I thought, oh my God, it's like, I'll say to Zach, the last couple of days were really challenging, and Anna Marie, because it's been really, really challenging, and I had a breakdown, and when was it? In August last year, I had a really bad breakdown. But I'm here to say I'm still struggling, and I want to say to the veterans, we see you. Even though this is hard, for me, it's really tough. And for everyone, I just want to see that you're not alone.
Yeah, and that's just, that's really kind of the purpose of the day, is we're just really trying to make sure that everybody understands that, what, there is a support group out here. Everybody can find, everybody can find a support group if, I hope. And, going and looking for somebody to talk to, like Maria just said, she's got help. accepting that help is one of the harder things. We've heard that quite a few times today, that they don't ask for help, or like Jeremy just spoke about, what gets me are those who show no signs, or something like that. I think it's just kind of one of those things that we need to really start taking a deeper look at what people are doing, because it is a terrible problem. We all know this, and as we've been discussing the last couple of hours, this isn't just a military thing. This isn't just a United States thing. This is a worldwide thing, and it's getting worse. And we need to really start coming together as humanity and start taking and giving a damn about each other again. Things are not bad enough for us to be turning on each other like this. So, and Jeremy, yeah, you're right. This is a great point. Asking for help is one of the hardest things to do. But this is coming from a guy who waiting for too long to ask for help. It's almost impossible to get yourself out of it. You've really got to fight even harder. So you need to kind of balance that life between, okay, I don't want to ask for help, but do I really want to bury myself in a situation where things are really, really tough? So, it's kind of really one of those things where, if we just work together, I think that we've got some great things to do. How can people get a hold of Legrity?
Oh, that's really simple. You can just go to legritymedia.com to go over if you're ready to start a show of positive content to impact global community, or you can just go download the app wherever your smart device, smart TV is, to go catch that content. We're actually doing a Legrity Unplugged tomorrow. You can catch us on Legrity on Facebook to go catch out some of our content creators and what they're doing behind the screen. We'll be doing that tomorrow around 6 p.m. EST. So, but the biggest thing I want to say about Zach, about what people were saying too, is that we need to, as we're getting the message out there, we need to take the opportunity to go over and connect with people. And that's what Legrity goes over and does too. We get out into that global community, not just on the shows, but person to person, touch to touch. That's the biggest thing that's going to transform our lives, is to go over and to impact those lives. Again, once a person has a mission and a purpose, they can go through those highs and they can go through those lows, but they know their purpose and their mission. There might be a struggle, but like Charles Spurgeon went over and said, he might be fighting the mist, but he's able to find the light to get out of it.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I think we need to use media to normalize this, to make it, this is like everybody has this tendency at one point or another. We have mental health issues, and we need to have the conversation to make it normal. Destigmatize it. Have conversations with people. Make it. I would love to see mental health really in schools at a really young age, so children can understand what they're feeling, and I think that's the responsibility of a lot of media organisations, to have a look, to put content there that can support those who are struggling. I used to be, when I do a lot of like voluntary work, tons and tons and tons, and I was doing it, but I wasn't helping myself. I was getting away from my problems, focusing on helping other people, ignoring my problems until I had a breakdown. And a lot of really kind and close people to me said, Maria, you have to focus on yourself. I've got a long, long way to go. And it's going to take a long, long time, and I'm scared. Yes, there's days that, but we have to be able to have honest conversations. We have to be able to have, for example, what I love about the UK, we have wellbeing officers behind the scenes for film and TV, and that's been recently started, and ability officers. That is so important. We should have that in every single production, every single conversation. When you're doing a production, the first thing you do is a mental health risk assessment. It's the most important thing. And I think it's really important that the military understand, people don't understand when you sign up to the military, you're allowing them to see your mental health records due to national security, and and some people don't realise that privacy is not there, and they may not go and get support that they need it. And I think we need to change. We need to make it much better and much easier. It is getting there a lot. Um, I was in 2019 in Suicide Watch. It was a really tough time, and it wasn't. I don't really. It's not for me to share, but as a producer and as a content creator and a children's author, it's my duty to share my story. I don't share anybody else's story, but I'll share mine. But if I can say to people, "You're not alone. I have your back. I watch. I'm looking after you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you. You are not alone." And there is content creators out there that are looking at this situation and hopefully allowing having a look at military veterans to be observers in the film and TV industry, looking at disabled talent behind and the front of the scenes. That's really important. And having, like, for example, Sylvie Burley taught so eloquently about filming for PTSD, for the Fight Battle Watch. She created that, and that for me, film is such a massive, such amazing. When I got really down, I wrote children's books. I wrote, I painted. I couldn't really write because I've got assistive technology, and it was really struggling. But everyone out there, please know that we're looking at, we see you, we feel you, we understand you. We've not went through the journey with you because we don't have that, but we totally appreciate you, and we totally want to show that respect and love for what you do, and respect and love for what you do, Daniel.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. So, hey, Daniel, if somebody would like to, and I know that our friend Jeremy York, he's got a franchise of really interesting shows. Say he would be interested in joining the Legrity family. How does he go about doing that?
Oh, it's just so simple. You can just go to legritymedia.com/offering, or you can go straight to the website and then go over and apply for a show. You go to our landing page, you go over and get introduced to our community, and then you literally go over and apply for a show. And then we vet the show, make sure it's positive content for a global community, TV 14 and below. And you can be started up and rolling as early as a couple days to be aired globally. I'm the director of IT. I control all the media on that side. So once you have gone through the Learning Resource Center, and if you're already a podcaster, social media, TikTok person, you're already like 5 steps ahead. Make sure you're doing video, of course, because that's what we do is video. If you're an audio podcaster, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get the technology, but StreamYard is one of the main technology tools that we go over and use for our digital TV platform. So you can easily go over and get a free account and go try it out and just get yourself set up so we can get you distributed out there. So if you have that positive message that's going to help the mental health front to go over and break that stigma, you go over and have that front to go over and bring love to a veteran's marriage. You have that front to go over and to bring that right energy and that right tone to go get your content out there. It doesn't have to just be head speaking, because that sometimes, this type of content is great, but it's like, oh, it's just floating heads. Yay. Well, you can do any type of content you want. And the cool part is at the end of 2022, our goal is to be in virtual reality. So I'm aggressively working that too. So you can watch in your VR headset. Like, I'm a VR enthusiast. And that's another way that you can go also in the long term. There's even VR therapy, There's so many different ways to go over and get help, but that's a good way to get started if that's maybe one of your passions and your callings, because if that's your purpose and your mission, that's going to fuel you to not go over and have those unalive thoughts, as the new term is. So, because again, when you have a purpose and you have a mission, even the bad days are not the worst days. Again, the fog can get heavy, but if you have that lighthouse at the end, you can just take those 3 steps forward. And that's all you're needing to do, is to take those steps forward. How did I become a best-selling author? How did I go and get in digital TV? How did I go and do this stuff? In the breaks of almost going homeless and losing my marriage, 3 steps forward. That's it. A little bit each and every day. And that's the same thing from the worst of mental health to the worst and the worst of life. That's how people get through it. 3 steps forward. And when you have somebody helping you and holding that hand and shining that light, even better. And that's what we want to do at Legrity. That's why it's a compass with the sun. It's 5 points going over and shining. And that's why the sun is there to go over and to keep leading you to true north. So that is the goal for us.
Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us, Daniel. We're going to end this segment by playing a song that for Brian. So I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, but you might just want to sit in the green room for it. But this was a song that was recorded for our brother Brian with Project Die Hard.
Awesome.
This is a song called Rise. It takes me a second to get it set up because I haven't figured out the whole technology of getting 2 screens to work. You know how it is, Daniel. You're not when you're not smart, you're not smart. And on this count, I'm not really that smart. So
no, we'll get you there for next time.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Daniel,
all right, well, thank you. Yes,
Daniel, it sounded like I saw a Facebook message that Jer, I don't know if you've met Jer, but he wanted to meet up with you or connect with you.
Oh yeah, anybody wants to connect with me, just Daniel Faust on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm borderline ADHD, so I answer every message. So it's kind of a pro.
I just wanted to know if you saw that or not. So I just wanted to.
all right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Daniel. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Special K. We're going to play this song for Brian. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that we're doing this today. We're having a great time. We're making sure that people understand that there's a problem out there. Yes, we know that there's a problem out there, but you know what? This is not a problem that we cannot do something about. Can we end it? Why? Who am I to say no? We can't. Okay, we can't end it if we don't try. So I'm asking you guys today to try. That's all we're asking. Okay. We're starting with veterans because veterans are something very near and dear to our heart. We've got to start somewhere. As soon as, if we can figure out a good process, guess what comes next? General public. So, I mean, it's not like we're only going to concentrate on one thing. Mental health issues are mental health issues. We're trying to help people. We need to help people. So once again, this is a great song for our brother Brian Gibson with Project Die Hard. This is a song called Rise. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you back here in just a few minutes.
I do swear to fight for freedom anytime, anywhere. And so you went for Uncle Sam to learn the horror of war in far-off foreign lands. The things you had to do, the things you had to see, shook you to the core and brought you to your knees. You walked through hell just to find your way back home. But it's all changed and nothing's the same. You feel alone. Don't give up. Don't give in. Even when you think that you have reached the end, there is hope, there is peace, there is one who loves you more than you believe. When the enemy fills your head with lies, be the very thing to take your pain away. But you have yet to follow through. It's in your heart, you know that's not what you should do. The memories that haunt you in your sleep, the friend you lost that hurt you way down deep. Some days you have to find the urge to just let go. But no longer you are stronger than you know. Don't give up. Don't give in. Even when you think that you have reached the end, there is hope. There is peace. There is one who loves you more than you believe. When the enemy feels your rise, lay your burdens down at the feet of Christ. Look your hopelessness and fear right in the eyes, and rise. And rise.
Once again, I want to thank Eric Horner and the Nashville band for helping out Project Die Hard. You know, it's just one more of the things that people are stepping up to do. And I think it's fantastic because we've seen a lot of it today. We, you know, we're really moving along here. We've got a lot of things that we need to still get through. We got a couple more hours, and we're going to be letting a couple. We're going to have some very special guest hosts for coming up in the next segment. We're going to bring back Maria for a couple more minutes. Maria wants to talk about the night terrors that she had with this COVID. And so, Maria, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of information about that?
Yeah, with long COVID, I had 23 symptoms out of 25 symptoms. I was hit really, really hard. My immune system hasn't recovered. So think about the people on the battlefield when they come back from war or whatever, and they're broken and the disability. I can't say I understand, but I can relate, because the long COVID just absolutely destroyed me. It destroyed my mental health, made the PTSD really, really bad, and it was really tough, and it's still tough. It's been hard, and I want to say to people that I'm managing today, but tomorrow I'll probably be in bed for 3 or 4 days to recover from doing this. But this was so important, and when I send stuff to you at night, it's because I can't sleep. I have night terrors. When I go to bed, I want to imagine that's a soldier having night terrors, going to sleep. I cannot imagine those people going to sleep, night terrors. I have loads of other conditions. My immune system is shot. It's going to take years and years, probably years to recover. It's hard. It's hard. That's the reason why I do this mission. I see them. I can relate. I'm not like them. I've never been to war. the people that do, like the nurses and doctors and emergency services that now are protecting us from COVID, they're also warriors. And I want to give a shout out to them. They're heroes and they're warriors as well. And they've lost their life with COVID as well. So I want to shout out to that. But some people, when you've got like ex-military veterans who feel that have that, I just want people to know that we care, and I care. And I made it my mission when I became a producer or content creator that I was going to put the truth out there, no matter how challenging this mission was. It's been challenging. You've seen me cry a couple of times, but it's about the mission. It's not about me. I mean, Anna Marie called me into this. I was hesitant. It's not that I was hesitant. I was scared because it's been triggering. For all of us on the committee, it's triggered us all. It really has. Because it's too important. It's more important. This is one of the most important missions of my life, and it's an honour and a privilege to be with you and have your sit. I say that.
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Maria, because you put your heart and soul into this. You were across the seas and you put in so much work to try to make sure that we had the right people. You know, you did such a fantastic job to make a difference, to bring realism to a real problem, to make sure that people understand this is no longer a niche issue. This is a real issue, and we need to work together to make sure
it's my duty as a human being. It's my duty. If I've got a platform, to use my platform for humanity, and it's not about. This is never about me being front and center or any one of us being front and center. It's about the mission, and the mission is to save lives, and the mission is 37 poor souls lose their life every day. So while we're talking today, 37 people have taken their own life. I know I don't want to bring it down to that, but I want people like, for example, like Comedy Central or people like that to do some comedy. Have a look at how we can make this. How we can break the cycle? How can we stop the cycle? How can we use comedy? How can we use art? How can we use music? How can we self-heal? How can we use our talents? And how can we get producers, celebrities on this cause to see this is bigger than all of us. It's not about us. It's about the mission to get that base up and running and get bases across the globe to give hope and love to people. Because ex-military veterans are not hopeless. They need support. They just need the right support with the right team. And I'm so honoured and humbled to be part of this team. This is not, for me, it's more than I can say. I probably should be taking care of myself. Yes, I need to do that. But I had to come and do this event, and I had to, because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us, and we can all work together and move mountains. The reason why I'm pleading on here is for everyone out there is to give a buck. Oh, I said that. Oh,
yeah. There you go with that naughty mouth of yours.
Yeah. So, like,
Maria, did you give a buck?
Oh yeah, and $1. Let's see if we can make this go viral. If we can make this campaign go across the globe. Look at kind people who have a good heart come together, sharing experience, sharing love, sharing positivity. There's so much horribleness around the globe right now. We need something like this to show this kindness in the world, compassion, empathy, love, and that's what it should be about. Using a platform. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Well, Maria, I want to thank you so very much. Again, you know what? I know it's very, very late there. You've earned yourself a day off, so why don't you go?
Oh no! Listen, I'm having like I'm probably going to go. I'm going to have like days and days off. I'll be in my bed for days after this. I'll be honest with you. It's taken a lot out of me, but I've had to do it.
Well, I just want you to know that when it comes to this podcast, when it comes to this 22-hour endeavor, you made a huge difference, and I thank you for everything that you've done. This would not have been as successful as it was without you, and I thank you for that.
No, I told you I had your back. I told you that's the type of producer I am. I get down and dirty. That sounds even ruder, but no, that's not how I operate. When film and TV is about a collaboration. Film and TV, podcasting is about collaborating, and just working with good people. And it's been my honour and my privilege to walk beside you and walk beside you. And I'm so happy that you found the love of your life. You deserve the happiness, all the happiness in the world. I'm so proud that you're a co-host with H&P Ability. I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. And is this the Guinness Book of Records for the longest podcast?
God, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I never even checked that. So
I thought you should.
Yeah, Jeremy, you might want to look into that for me, brother, and see if this is like what's the world's longest podcast. By the way, if it's not, I'm not even going to try to break that.
No, I'm never doing this again. No, I mean, like doing the event again. I'm never doing 22-hour podcast again.
Yeah. This was a little different, and like I said, I've loved it because I've learned so much. But the truth is that you know what, this was well worth it. I wouldn't. There you go. Howard did 15 hours to save Waverly Hills. Yeah. So, and so does that mean I get to call you a wimp? Because I've already done more than 15. I'm joking, Howard. You're a good guy. So, but no, I know that you worked your butt off on that. I heard your voice quite a bit that day, almost as much as people have heard my voice today. So, but Maria, once again, thank you so much.
I think next year we'll try for 56 hours. Somebody done 52. Let's see, we'll try for 56 hours. One game of your game.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take the rest of this week off before we start thinking about next year. So, Carl said that his network did some 30-some hours a while back. Okay, well, but did he do it himself? That's a good question right there. Did he do it himself? So, yeah, but anyway, once again, Maria, thank you so very much.
No worries. God bless. Say hi to your lovely fiance and tell her I'll be the best man.
Yeah. All right. Sounds great. You have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you, Maria. Once again, she's an angel. She's done so much for this. She's really made this run. There's not any other way to say it. She worked her butt off for us when, and there was some fear yesterday. There was some fear that things were dropping off, and Maria pulled, she basically, to put it in a blunt way, Maria pulled my head out of my ass and said, you know what, we can do this, and we did it. She got some people to come on today and believe me, it's kind of hard to believe that I just met them today because it's been a long day, but she did such a great job, and I'm very, very honored that she would care enough to help me out with this. So Maria, Zany, thank you, my dear. Get some rest. You deserve it. Our show has been sponsored by Eternal Brothers Motorcycle Club here in, Motorcycle Riding Club, who do a lot of great things. The Eternal Brothers is a Christian bike group, bike organization that does a lot of things, including they have a 24/7 hotline for people who need to talk, which is fantastic. You need to talk to somebody, you call the Eternal Brothers, they'll be there for you. They're a 501c3 organization that they also have a food bank, clothing bank, and other necessities. They partner with sober living centers and veteran programs. We're looking to give back to your community and others. I want to thank Eternal Brothers for giving us a $100 donation, and I want to thank them for helping us make a difference. You guys did such a great job. I'm so proud to be friends with your group, and I cannot wait until we work our magic together, and we can really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. I would also like to give a huge thanks to one of our guests today, Euphoria, and this is Brandon Howard, who joined us a little bit earlier, one of Maria's guests. And Brandon came on, and he's got this Euphoria app that helps with your mental health. Hello, Don. How are you doing? It helps with your mental health. It works through your body's vibrations. It's something perfect with everything that we've been talking about. So, we're very interested to learn more about it. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be hearing some more about Brandon Howard right here on the pACT channel or wherever you're watching this podcast. I do want to make sure that everybody knows pACT is starting a channel for other podcasts that have to do with community giving, like the show that was on a little bit earlier, Women of the World of Women. That's going to be one of the podcasts that's going to be joining us. We're going to have the Compassionate Citizens podcast. We're going to have a couple more coming on. If you're interested in running a podcast that has to do with the good of the community, with giving, with nonprofits, with whatever, give us a call, give us a contact. We'd love to talk to you. You can sell all the advertisements you want. That's up to you. Monetize your show if you want. All we do is we need to make sure that it stays family friendly, and we're talking about doing good in the community. Brandon Howard, once again, thank you very much for your support. And I would also like to thank Aaron Justice of the Happy Neighborhood Project. He donated $25 today. What a great job. Great guy. He is a fantastic social media marketer. He does such a great job. So, and I want to thank him. I also want to thank Jay Lieber, who came on with us very early this morning. And he donated $25. We also had Steve from Infone. And if you don't know what an Infone is, please do me a favor, take out your cell phones right now and scan that thing right there. Scan that QR code, okay? Then you add it to your contacts. And you know what? You've got Community Pay It Forward at your fingertips. You add it to your contacts. You don't have to download it to your phone, but you scan that thing and you've got our website. You've got our partners. You've got a way to text me. You've got a way to do everything that you need to do, including see all of our partners and see what we're doing in the near future. Infone it's very affordable, and I'm going to tell you something. If you're in business, you need an Infone. I do swear by them. I think that they're a great thing. What we're going to do now is we're going to do something a little bit special. I'm going to hand this over to Adrian for an hour. So, we've got a lot of our paranormal peeps on here, our paranormal family. And so Adrian is going to be, I love you. Yeah. Adrian's going to be talking. We're going to be, let me try this again in English.
Send her the link.
We're going to be bringing Jen back on. Jan back on. Yeah, one of them. Once again, I would claim head injury, but let's be honest here, I wasn't that smart to begin with. But we're going to be bringing Jan back on. And you know what? If you guys want schmooze with Adrian, and maybe she'll let you on too. So, but you know, I'm going to give up the reins for 1 hour, and I'm going to eat my warm salad and my cold pork chop. That sounds tasty, doesn't it?
Did you send Jen the link?
Yep, I sure did. I sent her the link, and so she's going to be coming. Oh, Lord, 50 Shades.
What?
Howard. So anyway, I hope that you guys stick around past this hour. This hour is going to be a lot of fun. And look at this wonderful shirt of, there's the bear. There's the bear. So, but once again, I know that you guys came on because Howard came on. Howard, I'm going to say it again. You touched my heart, brother. You did such a wonderful job. Yeah, and it was really, really hard not to tear up. I'll be honest. It was really hard. That was a very, very moving, touching segment, and I do appreciate it. And I also want to, once again, I'm going to give all the credit in the world to Theron, because he is my brother. He is my, one of my greatest friends, and we had one hell of a time. So
Jeremy's not on yet.
But let's we're gonna get this going. And here is the link for whoever she wants to let on. But I'm gonna go eat my warm salad because it looks so yummy. Maybe.
Get out of here.
Oh, wait, I need my food. Bye now.
Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
And there's Jan. Hi.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. So tell me, you have many, many stories, and we're going to get rid of this microphone stuff. We do not need to be that loud. You're a military wife. You have been for as long as you can remember. Your daddy was military. You grew up military.
I did.
Tell me one of your. Okay, no. Tell me one of my favorite stories. The story about your daddy's hands. Tell me how that happened.
My dad had been on a deployment, and he was sitting at the dinner table, and I had caught him sitting there, and he was sitting in the dark, sitting by himself, and he had a look on his face, and you could tell that there was something wrong. And I was about 10, my son's age. I grabbed a hold of my dad's hands, and I told him, I said, Dad, I love your hands. And I explained to him why I loved his hands. They held me, they protected me, they kept me safe. They were hard when they needed to be hard, and they were loving when they needed to be loving. But I know that those hands had to do things to protect me, and that it was okay. That, those hands kept me safe and kept everybody safe and did what they needed to do. And it was my way of saying, thank you, Dad. I understand.
And beyond that, you not just